Hello everybody, it's Christy. Well, I wanted to share with you my finished project for the Crafty City 10th anniversary celebration. I've had so much fun working with the Linen Stories kit. I'll have a link to Crafty City below. I'll link to this kit, and if you use my coupon code, which is Christy10, you can save 10% off. And it's like, really, it is a great kit. And I knew I wanted to do a journal, and I've wanted to do a ring bound journal for a while. And so I had two of these kind of like this pewter color 7 gypsy rings that I've had on my stash for ages. And so I thought, perfect. And these are like 1.5 inches. And actually it works pretty good. It's not too, I think once, a person starts like adding photos and different things to it, it'll probably get pretty chunky, but I really love it. I think it turned out just really, really, really cute. I love it. So my covers are made from just recycled cardboard. I had a box in my recycling, and the flaps on the outside were perfect. And so I cut them down to 4.5 by 8. And I peeled off a little bit of the brown paper to expose the corrugation, and I dry brushed on some white acrylic paint. And then I took a piece of piano roll paper, and on my roll, it's pretty tatted on the edges. And so this was just natural, how it came off the roll, and I loved it. So I just tore the other two sides and matted it underneath this pattern paper, and I think it just added such character and really, really went well with the whole, I don't know, I just think it looks cute. So that is what I layered for pattern paper on the cover. And then I had some book plates, and I took a piece of pattern paper and layered some lace and then a book plate. And so that can be a little title can be added to that. And then my little focal image here is layers of fussy cuts from the kit. And then I have some lace and some netting. And then this doily was in the kit, more of the fussy cuts. And I just added this really cute Tim Holtz paper doll. I thought she was precious, just kind of sitting on those little flowers. And this little bow is something that's been in my stash for, gosh, it's been a long time. I made it a few years ago, and I never did use it. And so I thought, oh, it looked so cute there. It just matched the color scheme really well. So that is my cover. And the back is just the same paper on the back. And you can see the white acrylic paint that I just dry brushed on. So it looks really cute. Okay, let's go inside. So, oh, I forgot to put her back, which might indicate to you that I have filmed this more than one time, which would be a very good guess. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I made this pocket out of 2 of the 6x6 papers, and I die cut. This is the deckled rectangle die from Tim Holtz, and I die cut that out, added acetate, and then stitched around 3 sides to create a pocket. And I took some of I don't have any more of the lace left, but I took a piece of the lace that was in the kit, and I layered the lace, one of the little kind of embroidery type laces that was in the kit, and one of the paper prima flowers. And those, I took the stamen out, and then I took the green leafy part off the back. And then I layered on another piece of lace that was in the kit. And then I just machine stitched. I just zigzagged those and created these little cluster embellishments. And I think they turned out so, so cute. And I made 3 of those, so you can see them peeking out here, which I think turned out really adorable. So that's that. And then I just created a tag to go inside, and that's some of the seam binding that's in the kit. And I used some hole reinforcers that I just inked up with some Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. So that's what I used for hole reinforcers. And then I also used some brown paper tape to reinforce some of the paper pages as well. I just created this little, I took vintage book pages and some coffee dyed paper, some embossed paper, and then a clip. I stitched it across and I clipped it to this page. And this page is just made from some of the pattern paper that I reinforced with the brown paper tape. I stitched on some of this eyelet trim to create a pocket. And then inside the pocket, I have this image. And then I took a piece of the pattern paper and I glued on just a little coffee dyed receipt, and I machine stitched it on, added this little fussy cut and some of the seam binding from the kit, and I just thought that was a cute little tag. And then those tuck inside that pocket. This is some parchment paper that I had coffee dyed, and I folded over both ends to reinforce it. And then I took one of the fussy cuts and glued it down, and then I made a tag and added one of the fussy cuts to that as well. And I don't know, I think it's so pretty. I love the colors. And if you get this kit, the cardstock that I'm using is from Recollections, and it's the roses color, the little roses cardstock. And I really love it. So I just thought that these pinks were really pretty, and so is this really kind of nice cream color. It just coordinates so well with this paper collection. So if you have it, it's a really great coordinating cardstock for this. And so this is just, I embossed a piece, and then I just layered up a couple different laces, and then this is one of the fussy cuts, and then I zigzagged it, and that just creates a tuck spot there. I added 2 of these pockets. They are the Tim Holtz tag pockets from probably like 10 years ago. But I just think having a pocket with just the cardstock inside, it gives you a place that you could do some photos, you could take it out, you could do some collaging, you could do some mixed media on it if you wanted to, and then add it back in to your journal. And I just thought that was fun. I've got this piece of vintage sheet music that I folded, and it's just, and I left this, it's got this rust on there from rusty paper clips, and I just think that's really cool. This frame piece is from the fussy cuts, and so I just glued it on one side, and then I created a tag with the cardstock from the kit and added some of the seam binding with some twine, and I just, another place to journal. I made a pocket, not a pocket, an envelope, and this is a 3 7/8 by 6 1/4 envelope. I used my slimline punch board to make that, and this is the mini slimline envelope that you can make with that punch board, and added one of the fussy cuts, so you've got a tuck spot there. And then I created, I used the lace that was in the kit, some piano roll, and a fussy cut, and made an embellishment. And then inside I just have a couple little, a little library card and a tag. And so plenty of room to tuck little treasures in. And this is one of my vintage layaway tags that I have in my stash. And I took some of the pattern paper and created a pocket. And then I've got lace and one of the fussy cuts and just some embellishments. And I just added some tags, a little cabinet card. I punched out a bunch of circles from the pattern paper, and I used those as tag toppers, which I thought was cute. And that's just perfect. Fits perfectly in there. And then this is just some coffee dye paper that's folded up. And here at the top, I've just layered some of the lace that was in the kit, some of the seam binding. I put a vintage button, and then some of this pink tulle. I just embellished the back of the tag. There's embossed paper, some of the 6x6 paper, and some of the lace from the kit. I will say that lace, I have a little bit left. It's this, and I just cut it off of the netting at the top, so it was just a flat lace. And then I glued it down, and that's what I used in a lot of my embellishments. So I glued some antique embroidery here, or I guess crochet, and And then I made another one of those floral embellishments with the laces and everything stitched on. I think it's really cute. And this was the cover on a, it was like a little mini like sheet music book, and it's pretty old. It's like from 1906, and it was naturally like bent and it ripped right here, and it was the perfect size to go in this journal. So I thought, oh, perfect. So I did some stenciling with some stenciling paste or some modeling paste, and then reinforced it with some brown paper tape. And then I took some of the pattern paper and I made just like this little banner and layered on a couple different, some tulle and netting and some of the lace from the kit. And then I stitched on this little cabinet card, and it just makes a great little tuck spot. And then I made a tag, and then I have another one of those little copy dyed fold out pieces, and that all just tucks here. So it's very cute. And then just added pattern paper to the back, some embossed paper, and this is a glassine envelope. And then another little cluster that I made with some paper, lace, one of the fussy cut images, and some of the lace from the kit, and just stitched it down. And then inside we've got pattern paper that I just made into a little tag, and then one of the fussy cut doilies. And then here I just created this little tuck spot with a couple different pattern papers. One of them is cut into a banner shape. This is one of the fussy cuts, and I just stitched it down and then glued it, and it just created this cute little tuck spot. And I've got one of the fussy cut doilies. This is a little tag and a little flash card. And this is a piano roll paper page, and I reinforced the ends with the paper tape. And then this is another one of those little snippety things with vintage book page and sheet music and things like that. And some of the pattern paper that's stitched on in a clip. And this is the last of those little floral snippets. And I made, this is just a pocket that I made from the pattern paper. And I've got a tag that I made to go in the pocket, and then I added a tag, a little tab to the top. And this is some braille paper. And then I had a little faux pas with my layaway tag. So the one that was up here, I ended up having to remake it. And so I didn't want to waste that. So I cut it down into this little tag shape, and I just think it's cute. And then I added some lace to the top with some twine, and then created another tag and some sheet music tabs there. And then this is just a little journal card for my stash. And so the braille the braille paper I just folded up and stitched on the sides to create a little pocket. And then that clips on the side. Okay. And then here's another one of those tag pockets. And then this is the last page, and it is a little flip out and plenty of places to journal, add pictures. I added a tab, it says smile, and then to keep it closed, I just added one of these little mini paper clips. And that is my journal. I really, really, really love how it turned out. And I have somewhere, I couldn't find it, but I have this really narrow silk ribbon that I want to tie for a closure, just to tie it closed, but I can't find it. So I'm going to have to do some searching for that. But anyway, this is it. And I hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun making it. And Archana, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this celebration. I just have had the best time. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow will be Easter, so I do hope that if you celebrate Easter, that it's a wonderful day for you. And take care, everybody, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.